So, good evening to everybody. My name is Giorgio Micoli. I am from Italian non-profit organization ARCI, and here we are in the first webinar organized within the Erasmus Plus project SENC. That is the acronym for social enterprise and natural capital. Today is 13 April 2023, and we are here in order to start with this webinar. The title is On the Road to Sustainable Food, that will be led by Olivier Louise and Andra Carpentier from the Belgian eco farm Le Fagotin, that is placed in Stoumont. As I said, this webinar is within an Erasmus Plus project that ARCI Chieti applied last year to the Italian national agency, the Agenzia Nazionale per I Giovani, that is a so-called accredited project for the youth, for the Erasmus Plus youth, and it's a 3 years project that is based on 3 pillars. The one concerning social enterprise and natural capital is this one, but we have other 2 pillars, one more related to the protected area, and the third one on artistic expression. This project mainly want to realize a formative and educational path in order to combine the topic of the social enterprise with the context of natural capital. For natural capital, we mean mostly protected area, national parks, green area, site of communitarian interest, and so on. We plan to have several meetings during the 3 years, international meeting, because we involved an international partnership coming from different European countries that, of course, today are also hosted here in this webinar. At the end of the 3 years, the plan is to have at least 10 ideas, 10 possible projects, 10 incubator, as we call them, that can be transformed later on in real and concrete social enterprise activities. The main target group is given by the young people, and especially those coming from fewer opportunities. In our case, from fewer opportunities, we mean young people coming from so-called geographical disadvantaged area, like rural areas or inner mountain areas, but also young people with economic difficulties, social difficulties, and so on. We already realized in November 2022 a study visit in Italy, in the village of Tornareccio, where we explore some good examples of combining social enterprise with natural capital. And now we are preparing the next meeting that will take place at the beginning of September of this year in Borrello, in Italy again. That will be a training course that will be mostly focused on the aspect of the food in general. That's why this webinar also is preparing our road not only to the sustainable food but also to our next training course. And for the next year, we also plan to realize a youth exchange. So we will have the first moment in which we will also include and involve directly our main target group of the young people. And this youth exchange will take place, in fact, in Le Fagotin in Belgium. That will be the perfect playground where to provide educational path and experiences to our young people. Okay, was my short presentation. Now I will pass the floor to Olivier and Andra for their webinar. Of course, it will work as usual in webinars. After their presentation, we will have time for eventual questions or reflection on the topic that Andra and Olivier will present to us. Thank you very much. So, Andra, Olivier, I pass the floor to you. Thanks.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you again. Nice to meet some new people. I will share the screen for everybody. Oops. So, does everybody see that? Giorgio is good?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Before I hand over to my colleague Andra, who will tell you about our new project, which I hope it will be a good source of inspiration for the training course in September, I will give you a very quick introduction to the Fagotin, what we are and what we do. And this is a place where you will go next year. So, Le Fagotin is a eco-pedagogical center born in 1995. We are recognized as an educational farm, a youth center, and a nature center. Our values are built around 4 key terms: citizenship, sustainability, solidarity, and goodwill. Our main objective is to transform young people, if I can say that, into cracks, citizens, responsible, active, critical, solidary, to be united. In French, when you say vous êtes des cracks, it means like you are the best. For children and young people since more than 25 years, we regularly offer activities about sustainable food and the transformation of natural resources, milking goats, making cheese, butter workshop, work in the vegetable garden, wild cooking, etc. For groups who stay with us for several days in our hostel, we provide food with seasonal products and from short circuits, thanks to local partner. Show you this one. Here is our supplier who works with local producer, with beer, of course, and meat, butter, vegetables, olive oil. All these products are coming here to provide to our public. We want to extend our sustainable food project outwards with new partners, and from that, I leave the floor to Andra, and thank you for listening.
Okay, everybody, I hope you hear me well. So, my name is Andra and I work in a Fagotin like an animator for young people. So, I will tell you something about our project on the road to sustainable food. So last year we got like a financial support of Bee Planets. It's an organization who gives a foundation to local citizen actions in favor of environmental in Belgium. And yes, thanks to that, we can start this project. So on the road to sustainable food. And this project has two axes. So we want to improve the sustainable aspect of our own kitchen, our cuisine, this for our direct clients. And two, we want to act more globally. So in the surroundings of Stoumont, this where the city, the little village where we are, and beyond. So, okay. So this project is, this project is also educational. So we want to educate people to eat more healthy and how to process food, also even when it's not so easy or common. That is our goal. And also we want to process surplus foods from the local farmers. In several seasons they have too much vegetables or fruits, and yeah, we want to do something useful with this. Okay. So about partnerships. So the Fagotin, we want to be very weave an important network or link between the local farmers who are involved in the project. So here, this picture is taken with my neighbors, who has a very nice local farming project. And with local organizations, schools. So how can we, as a Fagotin, being a network between the farmers and organizations? Oh. Yeah. So, thanks to this financial help with Beat Planet, we already bought an autoclave. So it's this big machine, and it's like a big cooking pot of 80 liters. And as a matter of fact, is to sterilize food. So this weekend, on Easter Sunday, we sterilized a lot of amount of liter of leek soup. So yeah, you can see that we bottled the soup, and we put a thermometer really in the middle of one soup, so that we can measure the real temperature into the bottles. So, like leek is not an acid vegetable, the temperature must rise beyond 100 degrees. And therefore, we need this kind of machine, this kind of clever cooking pot, autoclave. So, to pass 100 degrees, we need pressure. So, that's why it's very interesting to have this autoclave. And in the middle, you can see an amount of surplus food that we really want to transform in good products. The first thing we are now are planning to do is making soups, but there is, as a matter of fact, a lot of varieties to do it. And also in a later stage, we're planning to put the autoclave in a kind of barrow so we can transport the whole machine. Yeah. What's cooking? So the autoclave is just one project, but we want to look further to explore more techniques. So more ideas are still in the oven, like a fruit press. This how to use a fruit press, and this one, for example. Yeah, a lot of colleagues, like the Italian colleagues and more, you have a lot of sun. So this is a solar drying machine. Yeah, so you can put like vegetables, herbs, and also fruits in this drying machine. And with the sun and the air, this combination, you can have a lovely project made off the grid, to have a perfect transformation of foods. For us, we will see if we would make one like this. Maybe we can do it like together with some young people when they will come over. And yeah, we will see what we can do with this in sunny days in Belgium. And so not, we can use an electric one. Also, we want to transform foods, like to make to make jams or to make pickles, so acid food, fermentation, and so on. So we think there is really a big know-how that need to be shared. Also, that's why it's very interesting, this international organization, to share a lot of know-how between one another. From farm to plate, yes, here you can see a picture about what we are doing already. So here a colleague of mine is milking a goat, and with this milk we make cheese, we make ice cream, and so on. But we want to develop this project much deeper. We want to make our own yogurts, so we don't need to have waste in the kitchen. And also the children who will help to make this yogurt feel much more connected with the product. Also, with the leftovers of apples, we can make our own vinegar. So there is a lot of opportunity to do something with our food and leftovers. We also have a project with the Wild Kitchen. And here we made a lemonade, for example, with elderberry flowers. So children are always very delighted to taste it. Also grown-up children, because it's fantastic to taste it, and it's not Fanta. And here you see, like, we also make bread, and at the end of the day they can taste their own bread with the cheese and some wildflowers. So on this picture, you can see what we do already and the things we want to, to do more and more. And at the end of all this, you see a happy face, because when we transform foods together, people are always surprised from, wow, can we do this all together? That's great, isn't it? Okay. The ecological aspects. So, it's this project has an important ecological aspect. So, we see this photo. We love food, not waste. So, yeah. We want to do something with food waste to have an interesting process about this food waste that local farmers has, and also to use all these techniques, new ones and old ones and international ones, of course. That's why we need you all to reduce the CO2 emission. So with all these techniques, we need to use less and less the refrigerators and all these machines who need a lot of energy, because we all know we to have a better world, we have to reduce this crazy energy. So yeah, so to live in a more peaceful world together. No more wars, even. Socio-economic aspects. Yes, because we want to empower the people, and by empowerment, we want to give them a lot of know-how to share how to deal with foods, how to have quite of cheap food you can process on a way you were forgetting about it, or you learned how to process it. So by all these healthy techniques, we want to empower people. So we say our hearts beat for healthy food. The lights from abroad. So, yeah, we were thinking on our plate, we would like to share like the knowledge of all over the globe. There's a lot of to share, a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom we can put together on our plates. And sorry, I was gone. I needed to let us see our grandmothers. And even the grandmothers of our grandmothers often have a lot of wisdom to share in each country, in each part of the world. I think if we could sit together and share our wisdom, there's a lot of wisdom to share. So at the end, this is the end of my contribution of this gathering. So I want to thank you all to be to listen tastefully. And yes, you are a delicious audience. Thank you very much.